And I want you to know that I'm not actually here to beat up on Jacob or Esau, because both made mistakes. But I'm really here to tell somebody tonight that your skills are social. Tell somebody that your skills are social. Your skills are social. See, you were created as a body, fitly joined together. Your skills weren't created in isolation. Your goodness and your greatness wasn't created so you could stand on the mountaintop alone. You were created to be the complement of what God put in the house. You were created to be the complement of what God put in the body. And I know I'm not built like you, and I know I don't speak like you, and I know I don't have the gifts that you have, and I can't sing the way you can sing, and I can't play the way you can play. I don't do numbers the way you do numbers, and I don't do administration or organization the way you do administration or organization. I'm not good with 13-year-olds the way you're good with 13-year-olds. I'm not handy the way that you're handy with God's building. I don't understand nature the way you understand nature. I don't understand corporate America the way you understand corporate America. I don't understand politics the way you understand politics. I don't do grant writing and link with all these. That's not my gift, but I want you to know that my gift actually matters, and so does yours. God didn't create me to be a whole body by myself, and then you're a whole body by yourself. The Bible in Ephesians tells us that we're fitly joined together. See, that's why the Bible tells us to forsake not the assembling of ourselves together, because you're missing body parts. There's a whole lot of ministries out here that are missing body parts. There's a lot of preachers that are missing body parts. There's a lot of saints that are missing body parts. And I can't be out here trying to be everything on my own. But I want you to know that even great skill cannot exist in isolation. Somebody was wondering how I'm going to get around to my title. Even great skill, greatness cannot exist, Bishop, in isolation. The sad thing about Jacob and Esau, and I feel like going home. The sad thing about Jacob and Esau is that they were the perfect team. I know we study Jacob and Esau and we see them as rivals, but I see Jacob and Esau as the perfect team. Jacob could cook. Come on, somebody get ahead of me. Jacob could cook. Esau could hunt. But when the enemy gets in your ear, all you see is that we're opposites. When the enemy gets in your ear, all you see is your personality is different from mine. When the enemy gets in your ear, you from the city and I'm from the suburbs, or I'm from the city and you from the suburbs. See, when the enemy gets in your ear, I'm a single mother and you're married, so we couldn't have anything to do with each other. When the enemy gets in your ear, see, I'm a pastor and you're not. When the enemy gets in your ear, all we see is the differences. But I really struggle with this text because I saw Jacob and Esau actually as the perfect team. See, I want you to understand that pride thrives in environments where purpose isn't the focus. When you're not focused on your purpose and I'm not focused on my purpose, all we can do is focus on each other, and now we got nothing but pride. But when you're focused on your purpose and I'm focused on my purpose, I say, look, I killed this, won't you cook it? I spent all day in the field and I didn't have 3 hours to marinate it. I didn't have time to skin it. I didn't have time to season it. I didn't have time to preheat, but you got time to do that. So let me do my part and once you do your part. See, I want you to understand this was skills are social. There's no more trying to be so gifted that I got to go and start my own thing. There's no more in trying to be gifted where I can't follow nobody. There's no more trying to be gifted where I can take my gifts into the world and I can work in an office and in a corporation and on a team, but I can't be on the team in church. Your skills are absolutely social. But if we get it together, I want you to know that the enemy is nervous. I want you to know that the enemy is looking at y'all every time you hug. The enemy is looking at you every time you sit next to somebody you haven't sat next to in a while. The enemy is worried when you send that text message to somebody that owes you an apology because your skills are social. The enemy is looking at the building committee, and he's like, that meeting went too smooth. There got to be an argument somewhere. The enemy is looking at the Sunday school class and say, wait a minute, you took a step back and you let somebody else lead. The enemy gets nervous when the skills get social, because the impact of the kingdom comes through social skills. I want you to know, if you're praying for something, just look down the road for a second. You don't even know that the answer to your prayer could be right on your same road. You don't even understand that the answer to your prayer might not be in your same generation. You don't understand that the answer to your prayer might vote for a different candidate than you will. But I came to encourage you that your skills are social. You don't have to worry about running out of gas. You don't have to worry about your purpose dying in the wilderness. You don't have to worry about being left out there, because your skills are social. And right when you've reached the expiration of what you can do, God has sent you a help. He sent you a brother. He sent you a sister. He sent you a mother. He sent you a father figure. He sent you a grandfather. He sent you a grandmother. He sent you a 2-year-old to hug you and make you feel like everything's okay. I want you to know that your skills are social. Tell somebody your skills are social. Your skills are social. Stop burning yourself out doing what I can do in 30 seconds. Just let me take care of it. And let me stop burning myself out when you can handle it in 10 seconds. My skills are social. It came in a pair. In Genesis 25:29 through 30, Jacob was cooking stew. Esau came in and he was famished. I want you to understand, when you're only focused on great skill and you don't focus on your purpose, you end up malnourished. Because no matter how much you achieve, it's not enough. No matter how big the trophy, it's not enough. No matter how much they clap, how much of the applause. My wife can follow me through the house clapping all day, saying you're the most wonderful man on earth. And when you're not focused on purpose, you're malnourished, because that don't feed you anymore. That don't give you strength anymore. There's not enough praise. There's not enough glory. There's not enough recognition. You can give me a glorious 25th, 30th, 35th, 45th, 55th, and name a whole library after me, and it's not going to be enough, because we're only nourished by fulfilling our purpose. We're not nourished by pride. We're not nourished by accolades. So it's not surprising to me when the great hunter, no matter how much he's even revered in the Bible, think about this, for all of time, Esau goes down as a great hunter. Now, since him, we got all kind of technologies. We got bow and arrows, we got automatic rifles, we got bombs, we got traps, we got hybrid dogs, everything that helps hunters hunt. But Esau goes down forever as a great hunter. So how good was he? Yet, he was malnourished, because great skill isn't enough. Achievements isn't enough. Your resume isn't enough. Your title isn't enough. All of your degrees aren't enough. The house and the white picket fences aren't enough. See, it's one thing to eat, but it's another thing when you're not getting fuel from what you eat. See, if you're eating compliments, you're going to be now malnourished. If you're eating accolades, you're going to be malnourished. But when you're focused on purpose, now all of a sudden you're on a different track. See, Esau had skill, but he didn't have fuel for his purpose.
And feel this place.